all the Poki wows in chat. That's so cute. Hey! Oh my god, these are on. Wow. All right, hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming out to the first ever live Poki podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, for anyone that doesn't already know who these lovely people are, I'm so happy to be joined by OfflineTV, i.e. Fedmeister, Disguised Toast, Skara, and Lily Pichu.
You're welcome.
And I'm your host, Poki. Hey. So we're all full-time content creators, mainly streamers, and we all live together in Los Angeles. Well, some of us are full-time. We have lots of really exciting topics planned for today, including, what it's like to live as a group of streamers, how much streamers make, what it's like to date in the industry, some origin stories, a lot of stuff for you guys. So hope you stay tuned. Also, shout out to Twitch chat, anyone that's watching on Twitch. Hey guys. All right, so for starters, let's talk about how we all came together. So I was hoping we could each maybe share our background, how we got into streaming, and how we got into OfflineTV. And we'll all go through our own stories, and then afterwards we'll share some memories with you guys that you may not have already heard of. So anyone want to start? No?
I can start this.
Goes.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm down to start this, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
So, for people who don't know, I was one of the original creators of Offline, and back when Offline didn't exist, obviously, if you want to work with people, you got to figure out who do you want to work with. So I did what any person would do. I made an Excel spreadsheet with names and numbers. I was like, these people are this big. These people are the ones it's like I rated like their popularity and like how much I liked them. And
Yes, at one point, Skara did rate both me and Lily.
and on that list,
Rated us highly, though.
in the top 10 people I wanted to work with was both Poki and Lily. And at the time, I was like, there's no way we can get both of these people. So I actually, okay, just because I know his ego will be bruised if I don't say this. Toast wasn't a streamer at the time. Like, he was still, like, behind the mask, and he was only making YouTube videos. So he wasn't even on the radar. So I did not have, you would have been on there. I'm just letting you know. But, so I had Poki and Lily there, and I crossed out Lily. I was like, she's too big for me. There's no way she'd work with me. So like literally, I like took her out. But Poki's still up and coming. I love what she's doing in the league, streaming, and I want to work with her. And she was one of the first people that actually joined OfflineTV. She was literally the first 2 or 3. Like literally, like
we all kind of joined at once. But yeah, we'll discuss that.
And then Lily joined a lot later when she got scammed to join.
Wait, we'll go over how we actually, at the end of the day, we kind of all got scammed into joining, but we'll go over that. Anything else you want to add, Skara?
No, I just love everyone here.
Hey.
He never
Kappa
says
pride.
that. Oh my god. I need to do these more often. All right, who next?
Should I go?
Lily will go next.
My decision better. Hello? Test? Okay, so, how did I join Offline? I was living really far. Oh, wait, this is, okay, hold on. I was living really far, and I knew of them, and they had asked to collaborate earlier, but I thought they were just, fellow content creators. I didn't know you guys were doing, like, a house tour or something like that. One day, Chris arrived and said, "You're moving here." I'm like, "What?" So he got a bunch of people and literally stuffed all my stuff in like garbage bags and like Temmie and everything. When she was like a little puppy too, in like her crate. And we all moved that night, like overnight. And I arrived at the house and I'm like, "Okay." He's like, you can stay here. I'm like, "Okay." Next day, you can have my room. I already moved my stuff out. And then I'm like, "Okay. Oh, by the way, we make videos together." So it was like a step-by-step process. Like, oh, we're also a group, by the way. We're called Offline. Wait, were you guys called OfflineTV when I joined?
I think so. Yes.
I think
Yes.
so.
Yes.
So I said, okay. Oh, we're going boxing at 5 a.m. in the morning. Okay, all right. I guess I'm here. So that's how I got tricked.
Easy peasy.
See, I don't know if anyone else in the house knew that Lily was moving in, but I didn't. One day she just showed up, and I was like, okay, I'm okay with this.
Fed thought I was like homeless.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm editing the video, and I'm like, who's this chick? Does she even live with us? And then I'd see her come out of her room like 3 days after I moved in. I'm like, what the? Who's this? Love you, Lily.
I guess I should have gone after Skara, because I joined the house in a sense before OfflineTV was fully formed. So I was 2 years into my engineering degree, and my stream was kind of gaining some traction. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a year off, pursue it, see how it goes. So I lived in Canada at the time, and I really wanted to test out living in LA because that's where all the esports stuff was. So I came down to LA, and I was supposed to stay with a friend of mine. I stayed there for about a week. We had a falling out, and I was like, I need a place to live. And at the time, Chris was my personal manager, and he ended up kind of managing the house for a while. So Chris was like, hey, I'm staying with Skara. We have an extra room. Like, just come stay with us if you need a place to stay.
We didn't have an extra room. Just want to
Also true. What Chris ended up doing was he had like a regular bedroom, and he just gave that to me, and then he took the basement. But I really appreciated that because, I mean, wouldn't be here without that move. Anyways, so I moved in, and basically Scar more or less just had the idea of like a house of creators that helped each other. And he kind of tried doing it before with some other people that didn't like fully turn into the kind of thing that OfflineTV ended up being. And I remember I moved in, and we rolled with the idea because I don't know if you're there. So we rolled with the idea, and we had a brainstorming session about what we wanted our group to be. And I doubt anyone in this room knows this, but for the longest time, we called our group the Boosted Monkeys. Like, why? I mean, we all played League. For some reason, that was our name. I
The
think
Twitter account's actually still out there with videos in case you guys want to find it.
Yeah, we just made a bunch of random like skits on Twitter and kind of just like acted as a group. But then we really tried to flesh out the idea of doing like a collaboration YouTube and calling ourselves OfflineTV. Skara wanted the name Uniquely Qualified.
Fantastic name, by the way.
Sounded a little silly, so I'm kind of glad we went to OfflineTV.
What was the one Chris wanted? It was like weird.
Lobster Town.
Lobster Town.
Oh God.
Also great.
Chris really likes lobsters.
So yeah, I mean, I guess the rest is history. Your turn, Fed.
Should be fair, yes.
Well, I was an editor for a long time. I was a junior in college, and I got the opportunity to edit for I Will Dominate. And at the time, I had the privilege to edit Delta Fox premium footage. Now, let me tell you, I got to listen to their comms. Oh God! No, actually, I won't get into that. Anyways, so I was actually editing for Skara for free. I actually wanted to like really work with Skara. Like I was like a huge fan of him for like the longest time. So I was like, you don't have to pay me, man. I just want to work. I just want to work for you.
And trust me, I didn't.
We didn't for a very long time.
Yeah, so I thought it was really cool that I could work for him. So eventually, they needed an editor for what they were calling OfflineTV. So I guess Scar recommended me Chris, and then Chris called me and was like, yo, you want to move in with us? And I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? And so, yeah, I moved into the house, and I was an editor for about, I don't know, like 5 months. And then I guess, I don't know what happened exactly. I guess I'm a very social person. So everyone, I don't know, sorry guys, I don't mean to throw you guys on the bus, but everyone like plays or streams games for like 9 to 10 hours a day. So I was very lonely all the time. So I honestly just want to hang out with people. So I'd always try to like get everyone to hang out and like talk to each other. I'd go in the Toast's room and just like sit in his room, literally say nothing, but like still like talk to him. I'd literally go into Poki's room while she's doing her makeup and just like talk to her and see what's going on.
He learned a lot.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'd like, Scar would be streaming League and I just like literally watch him play League. Same with Lily. And then Lily would like transition to IRL and then we'd clown for like an hour on IRL section. So yeah, I naturally, I guess, transitioned into a full-time content creator. But yeah, and that's what I do now, and it's been a blast. Yeah, thank you guys.
Oh wow, that was a really good story.
And I will say I have a really a really great support system. Like I would not be half the person I am without these people.
You're
so
welcome,
I appreciate them.
Fed.
Yeah. Except Lily.
What?
She's a good teacher though. Art teacher,
Okay.
I guess.
Is he talking about?
Toast, if you say it, I'm gonna be pissed.
Say it. Say it. What's
If you're gonna say what I think you're about to
I'm
open
not-
your thing.
No, no,
with-
no.
Oh.
I'm just gonna tell my story.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say we're
I-
saving the best for last, and then go with.
I mean, we are, but it's
Oh.
implied. Well, most of you guys probably know how I joined Offline TV at this point, because ever since I got there, a lot of my interaction was very fresh, and then it's been all recorded and clickbaited on YouTube and Twitch.
oh yeah.
So yeah, I was just playing Hearthstone up in Canada. Chris said, "Oh, you're coming down to TwitchCon. I have this group of content creators. You should just hang with us for a bit. You know, chill, see if you like the guys." That
Sorry
was
to
cool.
interrupt you. Can I just say, on our end, we were like filtering through like applications of who we want to join, and Chris was like, "Toast is totally down." Like he would.
I can confirm this. She was like, Toast is actually down to move in. I'm like, really? Okay. All right. I mean, I don't know who he is, but I'm down.
Yeah, it was just gonna be me there for a month to visit and stick around for a little bit just to see what things were like. And day 2 of me staying over, we got like all these equipment, all these crew ready, filming me, saying, "All right, we're filming your announcement video of joining Offline TV." And at that point, like, I'm socially awkward. I just felt rude to say, "Hey, this isn't what I signed up for." So I kind of just went with it. It's like, well, I'm not gonna be a stick in the mud and say no, but this seems like a huge decision. But I don't want to be confrontational, so I guess I'm part of Offline TV now.
Easy clap.
So yeah, that's how I got into Offline TV.
Woo!
And
That's how we came.
You're
to
stuck
be.
here, bro.
All right, so real quick before we get into the specific topics, just wanted anyone who wanted to share some memories, some of your favorite times with us, if you got any. So I'll start. I specifically remember we were thinking of like different content to do on our YouTube, and we were planning on doing D&D. So we took
No,
we took
please.
a whole day. We never take a whole day to film stuff. Usually it's like 2-3 hours. We took a whole day to set up D&D, to create our characters, and to film just like the longest video. I kid you not, 8 hours or so. Is that right?
Yes.
It was like 3 hours of prep and 6 hours of video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about 9 hours of like trying to work so hard to make this great D&D video, right? Few days later, Fed comes and tells us, "Damn it, guys, like we can't finish the videos because the file is corrupted. Like, I don't know what happened. Maybe we just like filmed too long, like didn't work out." And we were like, ah, it was so rough because, I mean, over the last few months, so many people have asked us for D&D content, right? And then, so I don't know if some of you guys know, me and Fed are pretty close. So we were like hanging out. He's like, "Poki, I have to tell you something." I was like, what's wrong? He's like, making that face. Like, just say it, like, it's cool. He's like, "You know, like the D&D files?" Like, "Yeah, the ones that are ruined." He was like, "I lost them."
They weren't corrupted. I actually lost them.
It's like 9 hours. Scary face. So, I mean, that was a little bit unfortunate, but I appreciate that you trusted me enough to tell me and trusted me enough to tell everyone now.
I actually found it about a month ago, though.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, no, wait. I never got told this. I knew you
I was
lost
too
it.
scared to tell you, bro. I'm sorry.
Wait.
Are we gonna use it?
No.
Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll release like a little bit. We
Like a
have a
blue-
lot of
review.
unreleased just shit content. Like, it's so
Oh,
bad.
God.
Sometimes you film stuff and you're like, "This is such a great idea," and then you realize we're streamers, not actors. This is terrible. But yeah, that's one of the memorable moments. Another one, kind of random, but something that like really stood out to me when I first moved into, well, it wasn't the offline TV house at the time. It was just like, hey, I need a roommate. Scara has a free room, whatever, right? And we were kind of just trying to help each other as streamers. And I remember it was when I first moved down to LA, so I was just like so taken aback by all the stuff that there was to do, all the friends nearby. I was hanging out with people so much, because I come from a pretty small city in Canada, and I was really, really bored and lonely there. So I was just going off. I was not working a little too much. I came down to test out streaming in LA, but I ended up just hanging out a lot. And one day, I was talking to Scar, and I don't remember how it came up. And I was like, we were just talking about like stream hours or ideas to do, whatever it was. And he's like, how well do you think you're doing like as a streamer right now? Or how hard do you think you're working? I have been going out quite a bit, but I was like, I don't know, maybe like a 7.5 out of 10 or something. And he goes, I think you're at like a 5 out of 10. And like in the moment, I was like, hear my heart breaking. But it was actually like, some of you guys may think it's harsh, but I appreciate that kind of honesty so much. And it meant so much to me that like, I knew that I could live and work with people who were honest enough to tell me those things and be like, you can do this to improve, you could do that, and really push me to be the best that I can be. And now I feel like I'm just like nonstop working, but it's because streamer father Scara instilled these values in me.
It was like a 3 out of 10. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh,
Like,
you're just being nice.
if we really value honesty here, I'm gonna just be like, yeah, you know, the effort put in was like, it was something.
All right, thanks, Scar.
We all gotta start
Those are my
somewhere.
little stories. Whoever else wants to go.
Lily, your turn.
Why? Like, just any memories of us?
Mm-hmm.
A good one.
A good one. Well, once. Oh man, I'm nervous. Can I just say any memory? Does that,
Yes.
it doesn't. It's not funny or anything though.
Sure.
All right, just go.
Okay.
Yes.
I was having a. Okay. I live in the basement, right?
Oh, God.
After Fed and I swapped rooms. And then sometimes I'm just really excluded. Well, I'm not excluded, but like far away from everyone, right? Because I don't want to make the trip upstairs, to be honest. I'm very out of shape. And then one day I was having a really bad day, like super bad day. And I remember everyone like came to my room individually to like comfort me. And that day really meant a lot. You gave me the toast pillow, remember?
Oh yeah.
What do you mean, oh yeah, what? It was really cute. That was my comfy memory.
And then you gave it to your dog to sleep in.
No, okay, so you know, Temmie really liked laying on it, so I gave it to Temmie, and then I think she like puked on it once, so now I can't use it, but I want you to know it's in the closet. Like, yeah, that's my memory. Scara?
Beautiful.
Can you pass for me? Like, I was gonna play off a Poki story, but I realized that like I'd like to do like a fresh story. I guess if it's just like completely randomly. Okay, so for people who don't know, when I was a pro player, I used to carry around like this one card for that a fan gave me. And I would carry it to all my events, and it would be like a thing that would be there that I would always be able to be like, okay, these were my roots. Like, this card was given to me by a fan in Lone Star Clash, so I carried it with me for like 3 or 4 years. And I didn't tell this story at the very end because I told this in the interview and I left this part out. I lost the backpack, and so I lost that card. So what ended up happening after I lost the card was I started a new thing, and the new thing right now is I take with me every gift anyone from offline ever gives me, and I have it all. I have at least one thing from everyone here, and I keep it in the bag with me that I take it from house to house.
Wait, do you really?
Yes.
What
Wait,
did I
wait,
give
what do you
What
have
is-
from
yeah,
each
yeah.
Yo, what's
I've
mine?
never
What's
given you
mine,
anything.
bro?
Wait,
What
wait,
the
what do you-
fuck? Yo, what's mine?
I didn't know this.
Say
Come on,
what
bro.
you
Don't
have
be
from
telling
each
me
of
that.
us.
No.
What did I give you?
You have all given me something at some point, whether it's a gift during Christmas or my birthday or at some random point or
It's
another.
the mouse pad, isn't it?
I've given you $10, I think.
And so I carry it around with me, and I'm going to try to keep the tradition where, you know,
That's
the
adorable.
humbling experience for me is not from, you know, the fans, it's from
Wait,
them.
do you keep every gift we give you?
You guys haven't given me much, so yeah. Yes.
So,
Yes, currently.
so if we keep giving you shit, it's just gonna keep piling up and
No,
piling
please,
up.
dear God, I don't have that much space in like the little like case. But yeah, I currently keep everything you guys give me. I never told you guys that. Don't ask me for it.
These are really
Thanks,
comfy
Gawa.
stories.
Fed Toasty.
I got no memories.
What the? Wait, you have so
Wait,
many.
we've done a lot of we've done a lot of
It's
stuff
because
together.
you've been gone
Yeah,
for so
nothing worth,
long.
You know.
Remember that shower we took together? Sorry, Janet. Okay, I mean, it's not really that funny. Okay, so back when I was the editor, actually, it was my first day on the job for Offline TV, right? And I was really excited. And we came to, I think it was Anime Expo, and I was supposed to film like the whole crew. So I was really excited. Very nervous too, because I wanted to do a good job. This was my first day, you know, right? And I'm working with like Poki main, oh my god, and I'm working with Skara and Lily Pichu, oh my god, I'm so excited. So what ended up happening was we got to the venue, and I didn't have an SD card, and I was too shy or too embarrassed to tell them like I forgot my SD card. So I pretended to film for 5 hours.
Wait, is that why we never got any
I'm
footage
s-
from your
I'm-
angle?
I'm sorry, Mark. I don't know if I told you this, bro. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm just getting more and more disappointed as this goes on.
Okay, after like 5 hours, I felt pretty like bad. I was like, maybe I should try and like maybe I can like go to like a Best Buy nearby. So what I ended up calling Chris. I was like, Chris, I messed up. Can you bring me the SD card? He's like, wait, what do you mean? You've been there for 5 hours. Did you run out of memory? And I told him, yeah, I did. I need more SD. I don't want to delete any footage. So the 6th hour or 5th or 6th hour came, and I finally got an SD card, and yeah.
I'm pretty sure
By the
you
time I
only
got-
filmed one shot.
I filmed literally one shot, and it's the shot of like the panning or something, or like right before we did the group shot.
I remember that.
So if you guys don't know, there's a part in the video where it's like, "Where's Fed?
Yeah.
Where's Fed?" I was getting the SD card. Yeah, I wasn't.
It all makes sense now.
I wasn't looking at Overwatch booty. Yeah, no. But yeah, so.
Wait, what did you do when you told us you were gonna go get more B-roll?
Oh yeah, that wasn't B-roll. That was just me getting the SD card.
I'm learning so much.
That's only half of it too. But yeah, that's my story. Yeah. Oh, but actually, the next day I came and shot so much, so the video actually turned out great. So it worked out. I just didn't want to tell them because
Wasn't that one of our lowest viewed videos of all time?
What if they kicked me out like next day? You know what I mean? But yeah. All right, Toast, what's your story, bro?
Toast, you have to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a story.
Toast? Toast.
Just one story.
Alright, it's not really a memory, but I like to think about the initial meeting with everyone. Like, all of us, hopefully all of us have friends or like a really close friends or girlfriends, and you're very familiar with them now, and you can joke with them. But I like to think about the first time you meet someone, you're always in that phase of small talk awkwardness, where you're like, hey, how's it going? Oh, how's that stream? I saw your video, you did a good job. Like very surface level stuff, but that's essentially how you have to start off with everyone you meet, as a stranger, and you eventually become so familiar where you can like talk shit to them, like joke around,
Yes.
then mess around with them, like be rude or be polite. Like that's how I felt when I first moved in. Like I would meet Poki in the kitchen, and it's like, fuck do I say to her? Like, oh, you're eating salmon. Salmon's pretty good, huh?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, and then now it's like I'm comfortable with like Poki, Fed, Scarlet, and Lily, and just shows how far everything's been. Yeah, and like everyone experiences it, right? Your best friend, you used to not know them, and now you're very close with them.
Did you just call us best friends?
Hell yeah.
BFFLs.
It's
Moving on.
It's funny. It's funny. Every time I'd like stream with Toast and we go outside, like I like to clown a lot when I IRL stream, and so I try to like go up and talk to people, and he's like, "Fed, you're making my social anxiety levels go up." But yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, I remember first meeting Toast, and he seemed like very like nice and polite. And I never would have thought that he's actually like this hilariously monotone, sarcastic dude.
Yeah.
You learn so much.
Yeah,
Also, sorry, go on.
sorry. I was gonna say my first impression was similar. He was very shy and polite.
Didn't my first impression of you, I met you at the Toronto con, I thought you were Crip.
Yeah.
They're both Hearthstone players. His face was in public at the time, okay? Mistakes may have been made.
Yeah, like Scar was telling a story once about how he met me, like for 10 minutes, detailing every interaction we had initially. And at the very end, I told him, that wasn't me. You're talking about someone else.
Thank God no one went there because that was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, I remember thinking you were kind of shy, and then the one moment where I knew, like, he'll fit right into the house is when you were doing your announcement video, and you were down to film the scene where, like, we pretend to walk in your room, and you're just, like, faffing to him.
What?
I was like, okay, he's cool.
That was really hard to convince you to do that.
Anyways, I
Updating
figured.
scene.
Oh, pardon?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Nice way to transition.
Yeah. Real easy transition to how to make money. So I figured it's probably something that a lot of people are interested in and something that they probably don't get to learn much about when it comes to streaming. So how to make that income, how everything works, and maybe what to expect if you're interested in becoming a streamer. So really quick overview. Usually a streamer will make money primarily via Twitch. So subscriptions, ad revenue, and donations, which are kind of not super through Twitch. And then sponsorships. I think that's the main thing.
If only there was a video on YouTube that
Oh,
explains
yes.
all of this.
Please, youtube.com/ is it disguised toast HS?
But yes.
He made a really, really good video on that. And speaking of that video, I was really surprised how in-depth Toast got, because most streamers really won't go that in-depth into how much they make. So, I mean, you guys, how comfortable are you talking about these things? And if you're not really comfortable, why is that?
You want my ad revenue for the month?
Um,
Poki? Is
yes,
that it?
please.
My tax
Actually-
information.
I'm actually broke as fuck.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding, I don't file taxes.
Fed is not broke as fuck, okay?
So when it comes to things we can and can't say, it's usually contract bound. Like we can't talk shit about games we get sponsored to play. Obviously, because it's like, hey, here's $5,000 per hour, and you just go, insulting the game. That's kind of BM.
A little bit.
But also like the amount. So specifically, we're not supposed to talk about like how much we're getting paid. We can talk about generalities, like how much we usually get paid, but companies generally don't like it when we talk about specifics, and that's the stuff we actually cannot talk about.
Wait, real? Oh.
Yeah.
It's in the contract.
What do you
Right.
like?
Yeah.
That's not my dashboard.
And then other stuff is more like personal discretion. It's like, oh, by the way, I make 50 million a year, and I'm just walking around with a giant pocket full of cash. Like, you don't want people knowing that, right? So it's really up to the individual of what they're comfortable with at that point.
What about you guys, Fed, Lily, Scar? You guys comfortable talking about that stuff, or is it a little difficult?
I think this is unfair because you guys okay, so usually we go in order, right? And you guys started first, and you guys outlined how people make money, and then you keep saying, so, Lily, Scar, are you guys comfortable sharing how much you make?
Okay,
And so we
just
can no longer talk
discussing.
about the outline. It's like, oh yeah, but how much do you make really? You know?
I feel cornered.
Specifically.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I make a decent amount. Okay,
What's
I
your-
I
You
mean-
don't have to say. What I'm mostly touching on is just the fact that it can be such a difficult conversation to have. You always see those headlines that are like, this streamer makes a bazillion a month. And I've personally even been approached by companies or websites that are like, can you talk about how much you make? Can you specify that you make X amount a year? Can you say this? Can you say that? And it's like, I don't want to be just like your little quote in the article, you know?
I think the only person that ever came out to specifically say that was Cutie. Because during that the really big article that everyone always quotes, it's like he said he made more than like $2 million a year, and people were just like, "Holy shit, dude, he's fucking rich!" And rather than losing donations, I think he actually gained donations. People just kept throwing money at him. I guess the thing I want to talk about is I'm different than most of the streamers Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
really pretentious.
No.
What makes you so
No,
special,
he's
Sarah?
No.
Oh
I can actually confirm this.
It's true.
He's a weird streamer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So usually what ends up happening is the portion that people have of donations and subscribers are much more or greater than the ad revenue they get. So if you watch his YouTube video that breaks down how much people make, it's completely false for me. And the reason is because I don't have donation alerts. Due to personal reasons of my own, I probably will never have donation alerts.
Oh my god.
And
dude,
because of that,
give
I
it up.
lose a shitload of money. In fact, Fed spends literally every week trying to convince me to turn it on. Every week. Every
Please,
week.
turn it on,
and
bro.
I'm throwing away easily over 50 grand a year because I don't do it. But for me, ad revenue is probably 90% of my overall income. If we're discounting sponsorships, ad revenue is like 80 to 90% for me. And that's
crazy.
really, really different than these guys. who
It's
are
like the opposite for all other streamers. Your ad rev will be like maybe 10, 20%
Like,
of how much
I think
you make,
there was a
generally
leaked
speaking.
screenshot of Forsen making $30,000 a month on donations alone. I saw that screenshot. I added the overall donations I have gotten over the past 5 years did not equal to half that amount. over the course of 3.5 years I had streamed before that screenshot came live. Because I looked specifically. I was just like, oh shit, so I guess the donations I get are a lot less. So like for me, my income is really weird. And a lot of streamers out there don't play ads because there's a fear that like if you play ads, you lose people when you play ads, and that's somewhat true to some extent.
No ads.
And then there's people in the league scene who are very popular for playing ads, right? Cutie,
Cutie.
hit that ad button, baby. Like he's famous for it, he does it, his viewers love it. And he makes a lot of money from both donations, subscribers, and ads. And so like I would say for streamers, everyone has a different kind of revenue breakdown. But please do watch Toast's video. It does cover the overall general basis. Am I just pimping out your YouTube video? That's
Yeah,
fucked up. Do I get royalties for this?
5% every one of us.
All right, Lily, how much do you make?
Specifically.
Specifically.
Wait, you want me to tell
No,
you
no,
how
no.
much
All
I
right,
make?
all right.
I feel very uncomfortable right now.
What do you look for in a sponsor then?
The best thing would be a game I like
Okay.
and getting paid for it. That's like win-win.
Have you ever been sponsored to play a game you hated?
Not hated per
Dislike.
se, but I didn't have much strong feeling for it.
Dude, it's happened to all of us, Lily. Like,
Yeah, I know. I just
Yeah, like we get sponsored to play a game for 3 hours, and 30 minutes in, you're like, shit, this is not worth it.
You're checking the clock every 2 minutes.
Yeah, and the second it hits like the 3 hour mark, well, time to take a break.
I have a funny sponsorship story. So a long time ago, me and Poki almost got sponsored to do a game, and I'm not gonna say what game it is, but we got sponsored together, and then like the communication wasn't clear, so Poki couldn't do the deliverables, and because of that, we had to drop the sponsorship. And I find out because I get chased by another huge content creator. Their manager DMs me 6 months later, and they're like, "Have you gotten paid from this company?" And I'm like, "No, dude, I didn't do the sponsorship." And it's like, "Well, they didn't pay anyone that worked on it."
Yeah,
like,
I remember
Oh
that
my God.
specifically.
and literally, it's like I'm gonna take. The person who was the manager was like, "I'm gonna take them to court. Like this is bullshit." And like there's like horror stories out there of like, especially in the early years, sponsorships not paying. The first sponsor I ever took was for a website that doesn't exist. They're paying me $500 a month, and I was like, $500 a month, sick, dude. I'm making so much bank. So I did it for 3 months. They didn't pay me. And then they switched websites to another website, and they're still in the scene now. And so the last time I met them at the event,
Out
they're like,
them, expose them, expose them.
Drop some names.
the next time I met them at the event, they're like, oh, like we're part of this company, and like, hey, what's up? Like we're big fans. And I looked at them, and I was like, you used to sponsor me 2 years ago, and you never paid me. And it was like a passing in the hallway. I stopped, they stopped. They looked at me, and then they kept moving. And I never talked to them again about it. It was just like a really, it happened sometimes. It happened a lot more back then. Nowadays, everyone has like reps that will chase money, like the money doesn't go missing. But back then, like Wild Wild West, shit happens.
I remember that specific game because it was like the trollest thing ever. It was like, imagine dragons on boats in space. Like that was the concept for the game. And I didn't end up following through with the full sponsorship, but I still played with that streamer that he was talking about. just so that he could like finish his video and get the content out, because I promised to do that. And then they also DM'd me, or that person's manager, and they're like, "Have you guys gotten paid? Because we haven't." And it was pretty freaky. And my first sponsor, I think that I took monthly, was also around like 200, like 500 a month. And I was like, this is the most incredible thing ever. Like, I just have to put the image up and I make money. And I was still in university at the time. And I remember it was my exam day. Like, I had a calc exam at 2 p.m. and they wanted me to like sign the contract by noon. And so I was like running to my library, faxing the paper, signing it, scanning it in my library. I'm about to make that bank, that coin. But yeah, it's crazy to think that like you start at like 200, 500, and then nowadays we're like making 10 times that amount from the same type of sponsors. And we're really, really lucky, and I'm personally very grateful to be able to do this, especially when it comes to those really good sponsors where you can play a game that's really fun and introduce it to your audience and enjoy doing it and have that be your job.
It's
It feels
like winning
very
the
surreal.
lottery. Like finding a good game that you
Yeah.
like, getting paid for it.
Like Maple Story
I was just gonna
2.
say Maple Story. Oh my god. Me and Fed were like actually
are-
spamming that game off stream. It
I was like, are you
incredible.
guys still,
Oh yeah.
are you guys still
sp-
sponsored? I'm just curious.
I'm
like,
not still sponsored,
No.
but I
Maybe.
still like it.
But it's still good.
I mean,
I played it in closed beta.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure all of us have like the really good sponsorship stuff. Like I got sponsored by Magic the Gathering on
Oh,
live.
it's like, yeah, the card
And
game.
then they're like, hey, you need to stream X amount of hours in the next 4 days. I did that in 1 day, and then I then started spending money in the game instantly after it. And I was like, oh, shit, they hooked me. Whoops.
Yeah, I spent like 3K on Maple Story 1. I'm very fortunate I didn't spend that much this time around. Thanks, guys. No, at least I'm sponsored by them. But I do have a funny story. I mean, can't really talk about money. I'm pretty bad with money. But anyways, so for the longest time, you know how like sponsors reach out to you through your email?
Sorry, go on.
Well, so PressX, the company that's represented by us, or sorry, what's it called? EI?
UTA.
Was bought by UTA, so the email was changed. So my email was supposed to be something else, and I didn't realize for like the longest time. I'm like, damn, everyone's getting sponsors. Why is no one giving me sponsors? Am I not sponsor friendly? I gotta stop swearing. Okay, I'm gonna stop swearing. All right, I'm gonna stop doing some controversial stuff. I'm just gonna chill. All right, so I try and stop swearing like so bad, and like I don't know what's going on. I'm not getting sponsors. So yeah, my email was wrong for like 3 months. So it wasn't until Iman actually was like, your email is wrong. So the day I changed it, Hannah messaged me, my manager. She's like, okay, you got this deal, you got this deal. What's going on? Did you change or something? I'm like, no, I just changed my emails for like the longest time. I didn't have, oh God.
It was really funny because like I got to see him go through this phase of like, oh my god, I'm not getting sponsors. Like I need to be more brand friendly. And he's like, I see him do all these initiatives on stream. Sorry guys, like I'm not swearing anymore. He's like trying to be careful about what he does or what he doesn't do. And I checked his Twitter one day and I was like, that email's not right.
No, but when it comes to streaming, money in streaming, I mean, I think, on top of what you mentioned in your video, did you mention merch at all?
Oh, I have zero experience with merch. If only, can someone here talk about how merch works and how much money they can make off merch?
If only there was someone who was widely
Do
successful.
you guys actually want me to talk about that?
No, I mean just other. It's really cool that there's like a
The
person in our
exact
position,
amount.
as a person in our position, there's a lot of avenues to like generate other
Yes.
forms of income. And
I
it's
think
really
it's
cool.
very important to diversify, not only be mostly getting income through ads or mostly getting income through subs or donations or this and that. You want to be able to have as many streams of income as possible, and merch is definitely it's a good one.
Merch is great. Like Rexel's making his own game,
OfflineTV.
and then
/merch.
wait, what's your
Sorry, what?
problem?
I didn't do anything. What?
What's up?
Keep going.
Yeah,
That's it.
Lily, what are your other
I
forms
feel
of
like
income?
merch is like this whole other topic you can talk endlessly about, depending on what kind of manufacturer you want, what kind of cut they're looking for.
The margins, everything
like,
matters.
there's so many variables. It's not just like, here, I'm going to put a shirt on and now I'm going to sell it and I'm going to make lots of money.
Yep.
Like, designer has a cut.
Really? Because when I look in the crowd, I see a lot of Lily Peachy merch.
So that, not all, obviously, it's from Design by Humans, right? So not all of it goes to me. And I give a cut to Pekka, who also manages my merch as well. So it's like all divided up in the end. But I don't. What am I supposed to say?
You've said enough, Lily.
Okay.
It is a complicated topic, but personally speaking, it was something that I actually like fell in love with. Like, I love the creative process of figuring out a design that I really like, getting like the cut right, the fabric that I like, and working with a company that I really enjoy. So at the end of the day, I never want you guys to feel like anything that we do is just for money. I think we're just people that are really lucky to be able to make money off of the projects that we take on or the streams that we do. I mean, at least speaking for myself, at the end of the day, it's all stuff that I really enjoy. So I think that's what's important to keep in mind.
Yeah, that's why my merch is taking forever, because I want to make sure it's perfect,
Yeah.
right? Right?
A lot of us like spend weeks getting designs, getting samples, sending it back, sending notes, etc. Like this hoodie, for example, took me months to finalize because there were so many things. Like, I want my fans to like what I sell, right? I'm sorry if my voice is shaking right now. I'm kind of nervous. But yeah.
All right. I wanted to talk some more about some sponsor stuff, but there isn't really that much time. So instead, let's dive into a juicier topic. Dating in this industry. Ta-da! Sit down, Fed. So I think it's something that not very many streamers touch on. Like, sure, you'll know that some people are dating, some people aren't, or whatever it is. Hey, Jake and Bake.
Hi, Jake.
But I think it's not something that I guess we give you guys much visibility on, in the sense that what is it like to be dating someone while you're a streamer? Because being a streamer is a very specific type of job, in the sense that you don't just like wake up and go to your 9 to 5. Your job becomes your life. Like our personal lives have almost become like entertainment for you guys, or has become a part of our brand. So I just wanted to discuss how you guys felt about maybe being public while dating someone or not, the difficulties that you've experienced trying to date while being such popular streamer as well.
So since I'm single, I sit down on this conversation, right?
You're not the only one.
Fed, you joining me?
Yeah, I'm with you, brother.
We can't. Anyways, go on.
Do you want me to?
All right, I will start. So, for starters, are you guys comfortable talking about these things? I mostly want to address why it can be so difficult to talk about this publicly.
Okay.
Toast, all eyes are on you. I'm sorry, bro. Thanks.
All right.
Take up for the team, homie.
So when it comes to two streamers on Twitch, inevitably one streamer will be bigger than the other. And when it's the guy bigger than the girl,
This feels oddly specific.
obviously the girl will be under a lot of scrutiny. If you look at a lot of relationships on Twitch, or like not even like long-term relationship, even dating or hooking up, or like even just as simple as collaboration, if the guy is bigger, the girl will always receive a lot of criticism and hate and, suspect of, ulterior motive. And it's understandable sometimes, because there are relationships kind of like that. There are collaborations where a girl will only talk to you because you're somebody, or a guy will only talk to you if you're somebody. And it's difficult, because like, even if it's genuine and you're like, hey everyone, we're dating, it's like, oh, they're faking it, they're doing it for views, she actually doesn't like him, he doesn't like her. And if it doesn't work out and people break up, it's like, that fucking bitch. How dare she like ruin his life kind of deal. So that's why people in the scene generally don't talk about it, because of their own protection, the significant other protection. And it takes a while before you're sure of a relationship. It's like, all right, we've been together for a year. I think it's okay to take the risk and say we're dating kind of deal.
Okay, I can actually jump in here. So when I was a pro player, I was actually dating. I dated once, and it was for a period of a little bit over a year. This should be new news to most people because I've never been public with this. And one of the biggest arguments we got into, because we weren't perfect, right, was the fact that like I was trying to hide her away from the general eye. Because in her eyes, a lot of the reason why I would do that would be because I'm embarrassed to be with her. Whereas my viewpoint was like I was at a time where like I was watching literally girlfriends of pro players or girlfriends of like all over just get ripped to shreds off anything that happens. And I was like, I'd rather this not, our relationship not be in a public eye. Like I would prefer to be, I'm much more of a private person when it comes to relationships. I don't like to share like what's going on with my romantic life, right? And like that was a big problem, like a really big, like deciding problem for me because like the understanding is very difficult if you're not, especially in that kind of public space all the time.
I used to date someone popular, I guess. And
Well, are you guys public?
oh yeah, very
You want to say
public.
their name?
George.
George?
Hotshot GG.
Hotshot GG.
Can you? You're terrible. You're actually terrible.
Oh, give me context.
You don't even. But anyway, I didn't think about all of that, right? And by then, I was also a YouTuber. I was still a content creator. I was still popular too, but everyone kept saying like, "Oh, you're only with him because you want more fame. You're a leech." Even though we had been together for like 4 years at that point.
The funniest shit I heard, she was actually one of the people I wanted to say, but I wasn't sure if she was comfortable
It's
with
fine,
it.
I don't mind.
Was literally CLG would lose a game. Hotshot does nothing with the team, right? Literally does not manage the team at all. She would get blamed for their losses. You'd be like, "Yep, you know what? It was Lily Peach. You fucked that
yeah,
bitch."
there was
I was like,
I've seen that.
"What?"
No,
the-
there was a thread where like, oh yeah, he's too busy playing games with his girlfriend, so Lily. I'm like, why am I always being blamed for everything?
Yeah, I would see stuff like
Oh
that, and
my
I'd be like,
God.
"There's no way." Like I'm. Gonna
I've
go
seen the
public.
same thing about so many girls. Like it blows my mind. People are reaching so much for anything to blame, and I don't know why like girls and calling them a leech is like the go-to. So it makes it really understandable why I don't know Scar in his position maybe didn't want to.
Yeah, Fed, why don't you jump in on this topic?
Hi guys, what are we talking about? No, so little you guys know, but I when I first moved into the offline TV house, I was seeing someone. We were in a 4-year relationship. Yeah, over 4 years. And it's funny, I moved in and she felt very uncomfortable that I never talked about her, and I like to keep it private. But I think what she was most uncomfortable with was that I was living with Poki.
I never knew this, by the way.
Yeah.
He told me like a year later. He was like, "Yeah, my girlfriend hated you."
Yeah, she'd
like,
like,
okay.
she'd be like, "You're totally seeing her. What the fuck?" She was actually wild. Yeah. So kind of like Skara, I was a very private person. I didn't really see the need or desire to like publicize my life. And I think it actually says on your podcast. I'm not gonna lie. And like listen, I was a pretty bad boy back in the day. All right.
My God.
There's old Fed and then there's new Fed. Can we just say that here? New Fed, you know, his core values are a lot different. I was trying to meet people.
Don't
all right?
lie to the people. Come on.
Back then, come on, bro. No, but yeah, I was trying to meet people, and you know, I admit that was wrong. But you know, I think I don't know, streaming and I mean, I wasn't streaming then, but just having a public relationship as a figure is very delicate thing to balance, and I think if you can find that balance, you're set. But
Unless you can like weave it into your content.
I've always.
Must be nice.
Anywho's, personally speaking, I've never, over like the 5 years that I've been a streamer or whatever, I've never ever wanted to legitimately talk about my private life just because it's so complicated, whether you're single or seeing someone or dating or whatever. I've never wanted people to attach their loyalty to me as a fan or viewer or whatever to also my relationship. Like, I don't want someone to be a fan of me just because they're a fan that they're a fan of the fact that I'm dating someone or with someone. I always wanted people to like me or my content or what I do, especially because I care so much about my career and my job that I don't want to like risk or mess with it. And especially over the last year, things have kind of blown up a little for me. Really grateful for that, but it's made my love life a lot more difficult. Like, I rarely ever really meet people. This one time I tried dating apps like a while ago.
I remember that.
And I would get banned off of every single one within 24 hours because they thought that I was catfishing myself. And this one time I was like, you know what, I get it, could make sense, could be anyone creating these accounts. So I linked my verified Instagram to it, and I was like, it's me, hey, still got banned. So the good Lord was saying, it's not your time. I was like, okay. But yeah, it's not the easiest thing.
I guess that's what we have in common. Getting banned. Feels bad, man.
But yeah, I think it's a very delicate topic, and everyone has different ways of dealing with it. So I just hope that as viewers, you guys can kind of understand why it can be hard for us to discuss these things, and maybe just be understanding of situations.
But Poki, at this point, you're one of the biggest content creators on Twitch. So you're in an interesting position where if you date a guy who's a streamer, they're actually going to be smaller than you.
You know, there are like a lot of guys that I play with or hang out with a lot, and I've seen some comments of people calling them, not like clout chasers, but like saying that they like clout juiced me or whatever, like they used me. I was like, we're just friends, you know, like it's fine to collab with people. It doesn't have to be that serious. But I think it's way less in the type of scrutiny that females will usually face when they're the smaller creator in a relationship. When you see that kind of thing, people are just like instantly leech, 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 leech. So it's like if people became more understanding, which I definitely think they are, I think it'll make it a lot easier for all creators to be more transparent about that kind of stuff.
So date a smaller content creator.
Yes.
Huh?
Date a smaller content creator.
Yeah. Then no one calls you a leech.
They'll find something else to call me.
I'm not
Anyways,
gonna lie.
Yeah, tip of the
Sorry,
day, date a small content creator. Thanks a lot.
What the?
We only have 8 minutes left. I don't know how time passed by this fast, but I would love to do a real quick round of Q&A. That mic right there, be careful, don't run, don't hurt each other right there. Someone go, please, thank you.
Sean, you might have to move.
We'll
your,
get through as many as we can until someone kicks us off the
Check.
stage.
Okay.
Thank you.
I miss home.
For Fed,
Say that louder.
I am from Dallas-Fort Worth area. Big Cowboy fan.
Oh god.
Hey, Des caught it.
Yeah,
God.
100%. So, especially with your vlog and stuff, any chance you're gonna come out see a game?
Dude,
James
if
AT&T?
I can get some tickets, if anyone in the crowd wants to, give me
I mean,
some
They're not
seats.
great seats, but I got season tickets.
Dude, what's your Discord real quick?
Yeah.
Yo, write it on a piece of paper.
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks, bro.
I thought when he said come out, he meant like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Me too. I thought he was gonna stop there. And I was just like, wow, he thinks that a Cowboy fan? That's weird.
I just want my, okay, so this is for Poki. What advice would you give to people like myself that are a full-time streamer but don't go to college?
But don't go to college.
Yes.
So you're just full-time.
Yeah, I just graduated and I went straight to full-time streaming, actually.
Any specific things that you want advice on?
How to
How-
attract viewers?
Oh, I do that already. So,
Yo, drop your Twitch. Drop your Twitch. Let's go.
I guess it's the business aspect of it. Yes, because I don't know much about it, and I don't have a manager. However, my brother is the one that helps me with that. So he's like my manager for my stream, and he's the one that goes out for like businesses and sponsorships.
Makes sense. If you're just starting out and just going full time, I highly recommend not to be afraid to take opportunities regardless of the amount that they're going to pay you. Don't be afraid to volunteer and don't be afraid to reach out to people. You have to remember that at the end of the day, it doesn't just come down to your size. Companies are very willing to work with people that just have a good portfolio. If you can say, I worked with this company and I brought value in this way and I presented these results, it makes such a difference regardless of your size. So definitely reach out if you can. Don't really expect too much money. It's all just like stepping stones. You know, you could start at $50 and move up to $5,000 someday. But yeah, definitely work for something that you're happy to do and get those opportunities.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Good luck.
Hello. This one's for everyone. So there's Twitch etiquette, and there's like stuff like chat shouldn't really do, but they do it anyways, ask inappropriate questions, or go to a stream and be like, can you host me? Can you host me? I'm just starting out, stuff like that. What is your biggest pet peeves for something that a viewer can do?
I really hate when my chat or goes into other people's chat while I'm playing a horror game, and they're like, scare fed, because
Every single time you play a horror
I
game.
feel so bad because they're doing their own thing, and I feel like I'm interrupting them in a way, and like my chat is an extension of me in a sense. So that's one of my pet peeves. But yeah, I still love them.
Yeah, generally, like going into someone else's stream to talk about another streamer, like you should watch this stream. Can you go interact with this person? Like once it's fun, but when it gets spammed like 100, 200 times, you start to feel a little bad because then you think they're not there to see you. They're there to see you interact with that person specifically. So let's not do that, guys.
One of the things I dislike a lot is weird because it's somewhat positive. So a lot of times people come into my chat, they're like, I can't believe you get this low amount of viewers. You're way better than X streamer. And I'm just like, even if that's true, I don't want to be putting down other streamers. Like, I don't like comments like that because it's like, sure, what was the best thing that comes out of it? You're right, but like you shit on some other streamer to make it sound good. Like, I personally don't like that. Toast, why are you smiling? Okay. What about you, Toast?
I feel like both of you were talking about me just now.
No, not at all.
Are you
Toast,
sure?
I would never
No,
talk
no.
about you.
Are you sure? No one ever went to your channel and say, hey, you should talk about Toast or interact with Toast?
Not really, no.
Wait.
That's hard to believe.
You are the worst.
I mean, there's special cases.
Yeah, you are the worst because you never reach out individually. You're always like, go to their chat and tell them I'm interested in playing.
Oh my God,
Like,
yes.
what the fuck? It's
Okay.
never him messaging. It's always like, minions, do my job.
I like message
'cause
him,
everyone-
hey, you want to play League? But he won't give me a response. But then, like, in his stream, he'll be like, chat, I feel like playing League of Legends today. Go tell Lily that I want to play today. And then everyone spams in my chat. I guess it's kind of like your way of communicating with us, which I appreciate.
Aww.
Okay. No real pet peeve. Like, if I do have a real pet peeve, I wouldn't say it out loud because that just incentivizes people to do it more, to troll and stuff. One thing I find annoying is whenever I play Fortnite, all the people with Twitch.tv in their name, like, show up and kill you and like start dancing on your body. It's like, hey, give me some attention. Yeah, I hate that.
I think someone can relate.
I hate when people just say mean stuff about my friends. Like, shit talk me, not my friends, okay? But yeah, I don't know, it hurts my feelings.
Yeah, we've seen.
But
No, go for it.
it makes no sense. Like, as a viewer, I can't imagine telling someone that, like, their friend sucks. Like, you know that's going to
Yeah.
upset the person that you're telling. So that's just personally what really bothers me.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. And then one last thing, Toast. I don't know why you signed the back of the sticker where it's just going to become a piece of trash once I get the sticker off. And why don't you just sign the front of it?
All right, I'll sign wherever you want me to.
Wait,
Ooh.
bro, that got me banned. Trust me.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Pretty sure you guys get this question a lot, but like, what advice can you give to someone who wants to start streaming, but
There
they're
it is.
socially awkward in a sense?
Oh, wait, that's not it.
Oh, wait, I missed the second part. I tuned off after.
Can you please repeat it? I'm sorry, Toast is slow.
For Toast, what advice can you give to someone who wants to start streaming, but they're socially awkward?
If you want to start streaming on Twitch, you have to start on YouTube videos because it sounds weird. If you start your Twitch stream, no one's gonna give a shit about you. Like, why would someone watch a 0 viewer streamer, right? When they can get everything they want from someone with actual viewership and production. You need to get attention by making a good YouTube video and having a track record of good videos. And luckily with YouTube, you can edit it however you want. If you do something bad, if you mess up, if you're awkward, if you don't have things planned out, you can just re-edit, reshoot to a point where you have a piece of good content. And you post it on Reddit or you post it on Twitter and you get someone's attention. If it's good content, big content creators will notice, like, this is good stuff, like, this is useful for me. They'll share it and just do it over and over again till you get a good following. And then maybe you can say on YouTube one day, hey, I'm going to try out streaming. And people will say, oh, this is the guy who makes that, good video every now and then. Go check out their stream. And that's how you, start a small following. I would
Also
never
wear a
recommend.
mask
He's
and then
right.
move
Wear a
into
mask,
offline
get
TV.
exposed,
Or get banned.
or get banned. Like, realistically, even though we shouldn't promote this, doing something really stupid is also a way to get attention, something dangerous. I would never recommend doing something dangerous or stupid or illegal, but you guys know that some of the most popular streamers are known for doing something stupid or like being racist or sexist. Now, does that mean you should become a sexist or a racist? No. But we live in a real world where entertainment comes in all forms. And one of the best forms of entertainment is like watching a train wreck in front of you happen. Something really like appalling and offensive, but it gets views, right? So.
I would also say be careful though, because there are a lot of cheap things that you can do for quick views, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna have a long-lasting and good career.
I want to say, like, almost every streamer that you're talking about, or like you would know, or like they're pretty socially awkward. Or they started that way. Like that's actually how like almost every streamer started. You think like the people up here are socially like we go out, the crowd, and they're like, oh, they act just like normal people. It's like hell no, dude. That would not fly. I would say there's a lot of like social awkwardness in general with like online video gaming because you gave up social like relationships to play games.
Yep.
And I don't think that that's a takeaway from being a good streamer. To be honest, I actually just think that like if you want to be a good streamer, it's always the same. You gotta have a reason for people to watch.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. No. One last question from that guy.
Yeah, one last.
Okay.
Make it a good one, or
Wait,
else.
Are you actually Twitch
I have
staff?
a very good question.
Oh, I love it.
Um,
Okay.
My
Hit
name
us.
is Fats.
Oh,
I would
crap.
like to know if all of you guys could leave.
Oh.
No, it's 5:30. We got to cut off.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Great show though, guys.
That-
You guys had people outside waiting the whole time, bugging me about getting it.
Okay.
Aw.
I'm sorry.
Well, thank you guys so much
My
for
bad.
coming
Bye,
and watching. It
Bye,
means a lot to
guys.
us. Thank you.
That was an informative podcast.